And so our adventurers, the Shades, have been operating in and around the port city of Serloon, trying to track down information and leads on the mysterious figure known as the Lady. And while they have come in contact with her one time, they really don't quite know how to track her directly. But what they do know is that the Zentarim, a organization throughout the Sword Coast of thieves and murderers and assassins and basically a mob-type organization, are operating in Serloon and are in league with the Lady. So they have identified where the second-in-command of the Zentarim were located, and they planned extensively how to kidnap him. And so in the Black Viper, a tavern known for its seedy clientele, they were able to pull off and execute a plan where they ultimately staged a bar fight, had their friends from Ordo Lux storm the gates, searching for their were-rat quarry, forcing him to flee into the tunnels below the bar, where half of the party laid in wait, and successfully incapacitated him and teleported him out to the docks, where the Shades reconvened, boarded their ship, and sailed out to sea. Having successfully captured and secured their target, there were some tensions that arose over the effect that Oliver's new dark sword was having on him. And while they lightly patched some of those tensions up, the party was still a bit on edge, as the majority of them turned in for the night and went to sleep. Morthos, I believe, stayed up to watch the prisoner, and the rest of the party turned in to take a long rest. And so as you all are going through your evening rituals, whatever that may look like, Ray, you're kind of whittling your little figure before your eyes grow heavy and you begin counting the clouds of the imaginary storms surrounding you. And Killian, as you kind of allow your mind to wander to images and memories of Evereska, your home, and Marishka, as you travel over to JB, who has totally zonked out, you pull his hat off of his head and put it on, and you reach for his glasses, but then stop, knowing that, I saw what happened last time, I'm not going to touch those. And you kind of settle down, and you decide, maybe I just want to leave his stuff with him. Nope, that hat. I definitely want to wear that hat. And you're kind of recalling the events and what you learned, the little lesson you got from JB on some of the magic that he was teaching you about the weave and how that all worked.
I now think he crochets.
Yes, he is a weaver. Rubius is zonked out very quickly in his hammock, and as the waves of the ship seem to be getting to him, he is just out like a light as he's trying to find his sea legs. Oliver, you are continuing to go through your typical evening ritual, reading through the Book of Beginnings and sharpening your ivory crest, and you're precious. Although thinking back on the conversation of the day and wondering if there's anything to this idea that this sword is affecting you negatively, seemingly influencing you towards the dark side. And thinking upon this, you find yourself drifting off to sleep. And as you drift off to sleep, the image of a jungle fills your vision. And it's almost as if you are watching a split screen. As if you are watching two different Tabashi going on what looks to be a hunt as they are slinking carefully through the underbrush. One is a familiar ivory color. You don't see the face, you only see the back. You see its strong, taut muscles tense as it is creeping through the underbrush, tracking some prey. And it is intent on whatever its target is. Juxtaposed to this ivory Tabashi is one of black night. A completely midnight Tabashi. And rather than stealthily and lithely making its way through the jungle, this Tabashi, which is far more yoked, it is rippling.
Swole. He's
totally swole. Ripped, and he does not creep and slink along. He walks confidently and brazenly, though with a light step and still quietly, as he makes his way through the jungle. You watch as each Tabashi comes along and comes across what looks to be the image of a rabbit that seems to be just kind of minding its own business. And the vision of each carries beyond the rabbit, and for the first time, the image of what look to be antlers catch your eye in both. They are both stalking what looked to be a horned creature.
Does it have hooves?
As you strain your vision, you see a maddeningly familiar puffy white tail.
Yes.
And as you trace the back of the creature up, it looks to be a deer with its head bowed and just kind of lapping water from a little stream that rushes by. The rabbit is standing on its hind legs, kind of watching the deer, and the ivory Tabashi just avoids the rabbit, slinking around, paying it no heed. The midnight Tabashi moves directly towards the deer, and as the rabbit is not paying attention, it takes its sharp talons that emerge, the claws from its paws, and you watch as the midnight slashes through the rabbit and just immediately silence it as it marches on confidently. As you continue, the ivory dashes up into a tree and gets another vantage point, clearly seeing the deer that's there and seeing that it is mingled in with other creatures. There looks to be some squirrels, and there look to be a beaver emerging out of the stream, and other woodland creatures. Is
there a platypus there?
No platypus. Despite your accent, there are no platypi in this dream. The midnight doesn't think about stealth. It just moves directly towards this seemingly peaceful image of these creatures. As you approach, you see the ivory Tabashi utilize some magic to distract the creatures, and ultimately the beaver turns and goes back into the water, the other creatures, for one way or another, are ultimately moved away from the deer, and you creep up. You watch as the ivory creature, Tabashi, creeps up and pounces directly on the deer. In one swift stroke, you grab it by the antlers, see the creature grab it by the antlers and twist its neck. And you watch as this the Tabashi quickly and painlessly ends the life of this deer. The Tabashi immediately sits down and begins to mutter a prayer. And you hear for the first time a voice that is not yours, a voice that is unknown to you. But it sounds, the words sound like the prayers that a platinum would speak of the religious order of your different packs of your island. And it begins to recite a prayer that you, in fact, had been reading from the Book of Beginnings. And the prayer expresses an idea of thanks for delivering the enemy into your hands, and gives thanks to the Cat Lord, the Lord of Hope, the Lord of Fortune. And as this is going on, right alongside it is the Midnight, strolling up to the same gathering of woodland creatures, and instead of seeking to mitigate any sort of damage, it bares its claws, rushes forward, and obliterates and eviscerates every creature within view, brutally destroying the deer, the beaver,
Not the beaver.
even the beaver, and all the squirrel, everything that is there. Unceremoniously, it reaches in and rips its chest open and takes out the heart with a smile, and it just crushes it in its hands and drops it victoriously, and immediately looks forward and sees another deer and begins sprinting off toward it. You watch as creatures begin pouring out from the woods around it, as it's just slashing and clawing and killing everything in its way to get to the deer. And as it approaches the deer turns to it wide-eyed and then smiles.
Oh.
As the deer turns to a dark shadow and then disappears. And the Midnight looks wide-eyed, and you watch as light emerges from behind the deer, from behind the Midnight. And the Midnight turns and in one fell motion points out its hand, and a black volt of energy extends forth and explodes into this emerging light. And the light seemingly absorbs the energy and goes to brightness, overwhelming your entire vision. Your eyes open with a start. And as you do, you are laying on the deck of the ship, the ivory crest in its sheath, and your precious held in your hand, extended outward with a giant hole in the wall of your ship ahead of it.
Am I above the water line?
You are
Okay, good.
in your captain's quarters,
Okay.
above the water line. And as you look at the blade, you watch as it cackles with black energy. Crackles as well with the same black.
What kind of energy?
It laughs at you. It crackles with this black energy as it kind of dies down, having seemingly just emitted this beam of attack that you saw in this dream.
What was that?
The rest of you wake to the sound of a shoom, and what sounds like wood that has been shattered. Morthos, you had switched out through the night, having taken a long rest yourself, and Killian taking the helm at some point. Killian, you are awake when this happens, as you're an early riser anyway.
He's got his naps during the day.
And you watch or you hear this sound from above you on what seemingly is the top deck. You rush up. Marishka, your eyes open wide, used to being a light sleeper, knowing that you often need to wake in a start and defend yourself. You begin to rush forward, glancing over, watching that JB is still asleep, Rubius still asleep. You rustle Ray, who's kind of like...
5 more minutes! No, 5 more minutes! Get up now!
As you pull her up, and you all rush, the 5 of you reaching the captain's quarters as you see Oliver
sticking his head out the hole in the wall.
Oh,
hey guys.
Nice porthole. Now we get a really good view of the ocean.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So what had happened?
You do?
What had happened was
I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what happened. I woke up, and this hole was there.
Did you punch it in your sleep?
No, I was laying over there.
Oftentimes, people with anger issues act it out in their dreams.
I don't have anger issues. I mean, I don't have anger issues.
I love it when point is proved.
so you have no idea what happened here?
I mean, I have a hypothesis.
Okay, let's hear that.
You want to hear it?
I do.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I think.
Don't.
Therefore, I am. What do you think of that hypothesis?
It sucks. I mean, it's
Very
great.
good hypothesis.
That's very deep. I think I've heard that before.
Yeah. I also.
Everything all right in here, Captain?
Yeah. Casper.
Something seems to be a myth with the boat.
Something is amiss. A myth. Amiss. There's Can you make a porthole out of this hole?
That's quite a hole.
Yeah.
I can fix it.
All right. You're like Mr. Fix-It.
Can we fix it? Yes, Casper can.
Oh, he's got a motto. I already lisped there. Yeah, sweet. When we wake up and I take helm, maybe get, just...
I'll get right on it. Do we have any other carpenters here? It'd be great opportunity to teach someone for carpentry and skill.
Ray, you love to whittle.
I do, but I don't think I could do something this big.
Oh, piss toss.
I'm really good at, little things.
What did you just call her?
I've heard the great
Say it again,
many
say it again,
deal of
say it again.
insults, but that's a new one.
Oh, I think he said pish posh.
That's what I heard.
I got it now. Yeah, all right.
Piss poss.
Yeah. Piss pot. That's in the corner.
That's over there.
So, here's my second theory, though. All right, you two work on this when I take the helm. Second theory, I shot it.
With what?
Magic.
From your normal,
you do that?
Is this the power of thought?
It may have been... All right, I had a dream.
Mm-hmm.
I did my prayers like I always do. I was,
Insight check it on is always... My natural should get me there.
He is being completely honest.
Yeah. I did my prayers like I always do, you dick. And,
well, I just remembered, that you were told to start a little bit more.
I listen.
I want to be your accountability partner.
I appreciate it, sir. So
Accountability buddies are good things.
Yes, they are.
Right.
Can we fix it? Yes, Casper can.
Yes, Casper can.
And I had a dream about 2 Tabashi going on a hunt, and then one of the Tabashi got attacked, and in the dream, the Tabashi went wah! And a beam came out of his hand, And when I woke up, I was sitting up, and there was a hole in the wall.
So you punched it.
Inside check. Go ahead.
Yeah. Passive insight is 18.
He's being completely honest. Are you trying to be deceptive with regard to what you're leaving out?
Yes.
Roll deception.
Yeah, well, 31.
Jeez. Okay.
So he's being completely honest.
And I think I may have done that.
You did it with your hand?
Or his mind.
Or your mind?
I don't know. I woke up, I came to, and it was there.
Well, remember when we were steering the ship and you're like, I have to think really hard so it turns, and we all use the power of thought, and by all, I just really mean you and me, because I use the power of thought all the time. So maybe in your dream you got like scared because you were getting attacked, and you went, in the power of thought.
That's what I'm going with.
That's scary.
So tell me more about this stream. There were 2 tabaxi?
Yeah, 2.
And what were they doing?
Going on a hunt.
On a hunt. And one of them got attacked?
One of them got attacked, yeah.
By what?
I don't know. It's like a really bright light. Like really bright. Like, I mean, bright.
And then it
like pounced or something. It was weird. And then, like, in defense, the other tabaxi was like, Pwah! Like I said. And then I woke up and there
were
it was.
you like, Pah?
I don't think so. Did
Like
I make that noise?
similar-
Did anyone hear that noise?
Were you similar motion to the...
I don't recall.
Okay.
I was groggy. My eyes just opened and there's a hole. Yeah.
This might be a good time to say that in my contract there is a small additional upcharge for therapy and counseling services. I just figured this seems like a good time to mention it.
Yeah, Marishka, can I be completely honest?
You can.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
We'll be fixing many more holes in the ship then.
What were the tabaxi doing
Either works.
in your dream? What were they hunting?
Deer. Obviously.
Of course.
Deer.
Of course.
Terrible.
Did they get it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
And then the one got the one and said a prayer and was like, thank you for providing these, the cat lord of good fortunes and stuff like that. And the other was like, bah! Grabbed his heart out. He was still beating. Still beating. He took a bite out of it, spiked it on the ground,
That's bad.
and it was like, there's a 12-pointer over there. This 8-pointer.
eyes just go...
Yeah. This 8-pointer here is
Rishka's
just
more and more
pathetic.
excited now in the story.
And he just started running. And then when he got to it, the deer was like, I know you're here. I can hear you. It turned. He made eye contact. Now, let me tell you, I was like third party to all of this.
Oh, yeah?
It was like I was watching a play. And anyway, the deer was like, I see you. Poof! Gone. Just gone. And then
The deer was gone.
the deer was gone. Like it was baiting him. And then he got there. And then that's when he got attacked by some bright light. And then that's when he went, Pah! And it happened.
And that's... You woke up with the whole...
Yeah.
Do you have... do you think there's any meaning to...
Nah, none
Cedrin?
that I can see. I don't... You know me. I don't really
So...
look too deep. I don't insight into things.
Right, no, I know.
One of the tabaxi was midnight and the other was ivory.
That was...
Yeah.
I was gonna
that
ask
couldn't mean
that.
anything at all. That's not important.
Mm.
It's not like a
which-
struggle
which-
of inner self or anything like
which,
that.
Which one was which?
What do you mean?
Which one was the white one and which one was the midnight one?
The one,
I have a pretty good idea, but I just want to...
what do you think?
My guess is that Mr. Midnight, he's the one that did horrible things to that deer. And then Mr. Or Mrs., I don't know what gender they were, but the other one was Mr. Prayer, thankful, thoughtful.
Are you a mind reader?
I have a little bit of ability to...
Because you're a good one.
Oh yeah,
It's
is that
exactly what happened.
it? And you think no meaning at all to...
None. I can't see. Can you?
Quick question.
I think it's rather obvious, to be honest.
Ray, do you see it?
Kinda. I mean, that's why I was putting tuna fish on his white sword the whole day yesterday. But it kind of smells now, so I think I need to figure something else out.
It does smell a
so-
little bit.
Let's stay with me. You trust me, right?
Yeah, of course.
I know we've been talking about some sensitive things
Yeah.
about your.
My leg?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with
No,
my
what's
leg?
attached to your leg?
My hip.
Yep. Yep. That's it. Really, really bad at insight.
I am. Yeah. I've done it once. It hurt my head.
No, Mr. Precious, if you will. We've had some
Oh,
conversations about
my sword.
Yes. Yeah, the sword.
What about it?
Well, again, no offense. I'm just trying to draw some lines for you. You
None
said-
taken.
Okay,
Maybe.
that's good. The Midnight one, do you think he was doing good things or bad things?
Well, he did kill a deer, so that's good.
But they both killed deers.
Right.
They did.
Was one way better than the other, you think?
I mean, they were both very efficient. One was a little more flashy, like act like you've been there before, you know?
Right.
But other than that,
Was there any other killing that this Midnight did?
come to think of it, now that you mention it, there mayhaps have a rabbit may have died.
A rabbit?
Yeah, it got in the way.
But you,
And
you
then
don't hate rabbits.
I don't hate rabbits. Rabbits are great. Have you seen their tails and teeth?
They're so cute.
Lovely.
And no horns
None. Or hooves.
or hooves.
And then there was a squirrel. Also tails and teeth. And then there was a beaver. Also tails and teeth. I think I like tails and teeth. Don't like hooves and horns.
And what did Mr. Midnight think about tails and teeth?
He actually tried to separate them from the body that which they were attached. And let me say, he was successful.
He's pretty good at it?
Oh yeah, he was good.
But gruesome. Huh?
No, he was efficient with them too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No heartbeat and polling, only for the deer.
Right.
What was the reason that those animals had to die?
They were in the way.
So
Makes sense to me.
just in the way,
Well, I shouldn't have been standing there.
and that seems logical to you.
No.
You kill something that's just in your way for
No.
no reason
Yeah,
whatsoever.
no.
So going back to Mr. Midnight, which one may have, if we're doing wrong here?
Well, if I had to put my morality into this dream,
Yeah, let's do that.
if you had to do that,
Mhm,
if
yeah.
one was pushed in that direction,
Right, just trying to connect dots.
yeah,
Yeah.
dot connecting, I'd say, there's probably a more efficient and better way to do it than just killing everything in the vicinity of the item you're trying to destroy.
Not efficient. Morally right or wrong is what we're kind of going with.
Yeah, same thing.
No. Nope.
No? All right, morally right or wrong, you probably, only take out the thing you really need to rather than, like, everything around it.
Yeah, that's probably good.
What did the
So
white one do?
He just, it just prayed.
just prayed
Like
after it killed it.
killed it and sat there and prayed and thanked the cat lord for the hunt.
I'm sure the rabbit was grateful.
Probably. It didn't die.
All right, so last dot connect
All
here.
right. My head hurts.
I know it's really tough for you.
Can you recap for me then? Like, I'm
Yeah,
starting to
this
lose
is,
it here.
Here's the recap.
Go.
Midnight,
Yep.
bad.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
White,
Yeah. Ivory.
ivory,
Yep.
good.
Yeah, all right.
All
yeah,
right, all right.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah.
Precious,
Yeah.
which is black,
It's onyx.
like midnight.
It's onyx.
It's the same
It's
color.
different.
Let's say it's the same color.
Fine.
Okay. Also bad.
I don't know.
I
I don't know. I feel like there's a straw man happening here.
I don't think so.
Like an incongruency, if you will.
Really?
Yeah. It's like dividing by zero. Can't happen.
All right, let's try again.
All right.
Ivory,
Yep.
thankful, prayer,
Yep.
good. Yeah.
yeah,
Good.
yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Ivory crest.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. All right.
Yeah.
Midnight.
Yeah.
Doing bad things.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah. No, not good at all.
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
Killing innocent rabbits.
Yeah.
Precious.
Is my precious.
Also not good.
Oh yeah, all right. That's where we have we kind of diverge at that point.
All right.
Listen.
Let's just think about it.
Can I be honest?
Can you think about it?
Can
a
I be
little bit?
honest?
Yeah. Let's be honest.
JB yelled at me the other day, and I maybe said some things I didn't actually mean, and I need to apologize to him anyway. And then it got me thinking when I was praying that maybe you're right, and maybe he's right, and maybe there's something to what you're saying.
Possibly.
But if it blew a hole in the ship in the right context,
Oh,
So you're saying it was the sword.
It blew.
I don't know that. I'm just. All right, can I level with you?
Yeah, let's do that.
I was holding it,
Oh,
and it was cackling or
So
crackling.
wait, you had a dream, you were holding it, and it just
It was
happened to
laughing.
shoot
So it was
something and
laughing.
blow a hole in the side.
As he says that, you all hear a very faint.
Hush. That was me. That was Bart. Bart's turned sentient. All right. Yeah. So I was holding it, and it was crackling, and I'm pretty sure it blew a hole in the ship.
oh, so it can do magic things.
Yeah,
Like
like that. That could be very useful
I could fit through that.
in the
hole.
right context. Like the right. I'm not
Oh,
saying
I agree,
like
I agree.
like not.
Probably not killing prisoners.
No. I agree. Listen, that was a one-time thing. All right. Everyone.
That's
It
how
was
it
a
starts.
mistake. I get it.
Listen, give the captain a mulligan on that one.
Thank you, Casper.
That guy was a bastard.
Thank you, Casper.
Do you think he's gonna talk about you if you die like that?
No, I'm a great.
Look at this hole over here. It's really big.
Why would he do that? I'm a great employer, right?
Yes.
He's a one-man show right now. Oh, shit.
Nah, fix
Ray,
that.
do you know what a hammer is? Let me show you.
He's not overworked at all.
His eyes are wide, bloodshot.
Literally the only crew we have.
A little shake.
Yeah, you're great. You're great. You're great. I'll fix this. I'll fix it.
So yeah, like
gosh.
I'm just saying, in the right context, maybe it could be useful.
Oh, she's gonna
But,
be a villain.
I mean, in the wrong context, it could be really dangerous, just like to the bunny and the beaver.
I
Yes,
agree.
'cause what happens if we are the bunny or the beaver that's in your way?
You don't have fluffy tails and big teeth.
Listen,
Jeez!
Killian's never been a squirrel.
How would you know that?
He was in a pit looking at Killian.
That's right.
It's true.
So,
Listen,
This is a valid point. So
I understand, but
uh,
it could be useful.
so how do we
What's it?
then?
I'm sorry, it's
Nope.
talking.
Just because
Nope,
it's
that's
useful
not good.
doesn't mean it's good
That's
for
not good.
us.
I'm joking. It wasn't. It wasn't.
We don't like that joke. We don't like that
I
one at
mean,
all.
so that's the right context. That like I can play with you with
right.
that.
Yeah. Let's talk about how we can mitigate some of the negative consequences of having Mr. Precious with us.
Can I level with you again?
Yep.
That sounds like a good idea.
Well, I appreciate you leveling with me. Can we brainstorm some ideas?
I think we can, but I need Casper to fix that hole, and I need to get it steering. Because if
Alright.
he's down here, I got to be up there. Let's like take 5, quick beat.
What if you leave the sword with me?
Yeah, it's not going to let me do that. I understand how that sounds.
Wait, you said it is not going to let you do that?
Yeah, it told me I can't do that. I'm joking again. I don't want to.
Can I insight that?
Sure.
No, I don't want to.
I want to.
Oh, that's good.
12.
I don't know. I just made that up.
It's hard to discern. It's clear that his emotions are very torn on Precious. And so it seems that he's being honest about
So he's joking about hearing it talk.
yes, but at the same time he's not joking about not wanting to give it up. But he is also being honest about recognizing it's having some effect on him.
Would I know anything about items that would?
Roll history check.
Well, I was just going to say,
I mean, he.
Ali,
Yeah, Mr.
you-
Mothos.
do you feel like you can't give it up if, no matter the circumstances?
I mean, can't is such a contraction of a word. It's
then
more like
Let
don't want
Let
to.
me have it just for a minute, and I will give it right back. Have I ever done anything to dissuade your trust?
No. All
So
right.
can you give it to me?
Can I talk to Bart real quick? I need to have a powwow. Okay, Bart. Now, Yeah, I know you heard him because we share the same ears. Right? What do you think? How about I let him hold it? Just hold on. I'll let him hold it, but you are touching it as well. Compromise?
This is fascinating
Okay.
to witness.
No.
We've agreed to let you hold it, but Bart has to be touching it. He won't wrap, he'll just touch.
No, I want you to give it to me.
I can't do that. We have to compromise here. Meet me halfway.
So for the first time, Morthos will actually pull up his pants. The legs of his pants. I'm pulling them up, you know?
Ray covers
Yeah,
her eyes.
pulling 'em up. Pull
Marishka
the
just
legs up.
leans in with a smile and a raised eyebrow.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
you
you-
uncircumcised.
You had your chance. You ruined that.
And you,
Contract
you
is for a long
see
time.
I show him the greaves.
What are you?
The what?
The greaves. I show you the greaves.
you
that are on
see
my leg.
So you
greaves
pulled
that
up
are
your pants
made
and you
of
showed me
what
greaves.
look to be bone that are completely wrapped around his legs, clamped to his legs, in fact, and it looks as if all of the weight of his body are being borne by these bone greaves.
Mr. Morthos, your complexion down there is terrible.
Yes. Well.
What is that? Do you not have skin?
No. They are. It is an item that is made of bones that is attached to me per se.
That looks ominous.
Well, let me get to my point.
Okay.
Have you ever seen how I can run on water? I can climb walls very easily.
Yeah, me too.
For the most part, yes, but I could not naturally climb
Oh.
walls very well.
Okay.
And for the most part, I believe I am just about faster than most of you here. Maybe not everyone, but the reason being is these greaves give me those abilities.
Okay.
However, I also know that these greaves are cursed, and I cannot remove them even if I wanted to.
What?
I am not able to remove them.
So we definitely have one person here with a cursed item.
Well, I would say that we have two.
So you're saying the greaves
Because-
grieve you?
You cannot hand me your sword,
Yeah.
and we have already
Proud of
seen
that
that it has definitely changed your personality in certain ways. And I cannot give you my greaves because it is cursed as well. I would argue that I believe you are cursed with that sword, just like I am cursed with my greaves. If you cannot give me the sword willingly,
What if I give you the sword? What are you gonna do with it?
I will do nothing
And why do you want it?
to prove my point. Because I don't believe you can.
All right, point proven. Back in his sheath. Nah, you're right. You're good. Yeah. Nah, couldn't. Yeah. Yeah. Now we're both cursed, I guess.
Marishka casts
but you know,
Mage
son,
Hand
in the right circumstances,
when he's not looking.
you're. What was
Oh
that?
my gosh.
You watch as she utters an incantation and a spectral hand appears floating in the air.
No, it's right atop of the sheath, grabs it and tries to pull it out.
Okay.
Could end well.
There's not
Roll,
gonna end well.
roll a sleight of hand check.
Do I see it before it gets there?
Oh, that's terrible.
I don't.
That's a 6.
Alright.
Roll perception check.
6.
No
So-
way!
So his perception meets.
No!
So you notice at the corner of your eye, and Bart just holds it in place.
Interesting.
Don't do that.
I wanted to see what your reaction would be.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yep.
You,
it's
as
okay.
at this interchange, you watch as his tone begins to shift, much like it did in his conversation with JB, where as Bart now holds the hilt of the precious, you begin to see that tone change, and you back off. And
That's definitely cursed.
and Ollie, Bart kind of looses the grip. Ollie looks down at Bart and like grabs Bart and takes it off the hilt.
So, where were we? In the right circumstances, your cursed items have helped you, though.
Absolutely.
So maybe, like, I can learn how to just only use it in battle.
I don't know. If my ancestors taught me one thing, just because something could help you doesn't mean you should always do it.
I would tend to agree with the I've only known Morthos for a little while now, but his curse item he seems to have under control, or it's not changing
As far as I know.
as far as we know. But I think all of us can say that your temperament and character has changed. Just a tad is changing. So I would be amiss not to say maybe we should try to mitigate use as much as
Can I
possible.
level with you again?
Yep.
You're correct. I've noticed that as well. I've been a little on edge. It's a knife pun.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. But, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like a break in case of emergency when we're getting attacked. Sort of thing.
I don't know.
That makes
Wally.
sense to me.
That dream, you killed all the casualties. I don't
Oh,
think
that
it
wasn't
should-
me. I was watching.
And then you blew a hole. in the
Oh, yeah.
ship.
Maybe that was me then.
I'm just saying, I don't know if it's a good idea to use it in battle.
Maybe.
But, I mean, I know we're attacking. Why don't you just think about it a little bit? Because it's a lot to process right
Yeah.
now.
I know you guys care about me, and I'm very thankful for that. And I want to work through it, and maybe we could come up with like a code word, like "You're doing it again."
I'll think of something better than the tuna fish. Don't worry.
All right, like something that you can remind me, like you
Like
can be like,
Okeechobee.
yeah, and I'll be like, ah, all right, sort of deal.
Maybe we can name the ship whatever we think of.
Maybe.
The Silver Mongoose.
I like it. Mongoose are threatening.
How about
Ricky Ticky Tavi.
my precious is bad.
Yes.
Oh, that's too long. Yeah.
Bad precious.
Bad precious.
No.
But, yeah, all right.
Oh, we'll get off
We
it,
get
we'll
the
off it,
we
we'll
get the
off it.
idea.
Oh.
Again, no one's
The
steering the
one
ship
ship
currently.
to rule the seas.
I like that. Too long now.
Ah.
Think of something that maybe you can remind me, like when I'm doing it and I shouldn't be. We can
I'll
talk
think of
about it.
something better than the tuna fish, I promise. Because
And-
it kind of
and-
smells. in
Until
here.
then, can I just hit you with my stick?
Where?
Does that normally work for you?
I wouldn't say violence because I think
Face.
violence would make it more violent.
No.
Hat.
No.
Just like a tap.
But how will I feel it? It's really poofy.
Oh,
Also, you're pretty short. It'd be kind of
in
hard
the
for you
belly.
to reach it.
Okay.
Alright.
Or something.
not a hard hit. Like a knock it off, silly.
Sure.
Oh.
Ready for the hole?
Again, no one's steering the ship, so
Yeah.
I should get up there.
Should probably
that's
do
fine.
that before we...
It's going in circles. I turned the rudder this way. I
Is
turned
that
it
why
this
we're
way.
leaning?
Why don't you
Is
just
that why-
say
I feel like I
Earth?
am leaning.
Or Cursed Blade. Since that's what we're dealing with here.
The ship?
No, the blade.
Rename it?
That's the code.
I think the code word is what he's talking about.
How about code
I
midnight?
think that's gonna make him defensive. It should be something loving.
Threat level midnight.
Clean up on
It's
aisle.
perfect.
It hit. You mean it's perfect?
Puns on top of puns.
Oh yeah, and it like ties in the dream because there was a midnight in there.
Exactly.
All right.
And it's a threat.
I like it.
That's deep.
Threat level midnight.
'Cause that's
Yeah.
not Thorder.
Casper, you had a great idea.
Sorry.
No,
I
no,
shouldn't
no.
have thought. I
No,
should
no,
just
no,
listened.
no. It was great. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Captain.
I'm gonna go steer. Please
Go
fix
steer
that
away.
hole.
Ray, we got a hole to fix.
Okay.
So you guys continue about your morning, getting
Ray's in deep thought.
and Casper is frustrated that you're not paying close attention to his instructions, and tries to redirect you several times towards and then you finally kind of snap out of it and just take the hammer, take the planks, and bang everything in with ease.
Oh, this was much easier than I thought. The whittling little things is so much more difficult. This is just easy.
You're a natural.
Thank you.
That's quite impressive, Act 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tried. Been practicing for a while.
You'll make a fine fifth carpenter.
Oh, I like my whittling. Small.
But you're big.
Well, kind of an oxymoron, isn't it?
What'd you call me?
No, my carvings, because they're really tiny and I'm really big, so it's something my mom said, and I don't really know what it means, but I just kind of repeat it every time I can. So I just try to use it in the right situation.
Are you
I kind of hang
saying?
my head a little.
Are you saying you're a Dumbo Thrimp?
No, I don't think that's what an oxymoron is.
Okay. Anyway,
I
moving
don't
on.
really know what it is.
So you go about your morning. JB and Rubius continue to slumber, having slept through this little conversation. And you
We
all
forgot to wake them up.
you all have
We accidentally touched them with the line.
you all have now seen Morthos's Greaves, and
Gross.
Oliver seems to have assented to the fact that his precious is in some way a malignant influence upon him.
Good word.
Like a
And-
stepmother.
And as we continue on, we're going to give away do our first giveaway of the night, which are the dice.
Many stepmothers.
So
Dice time.
we're going to give away those green dice that are there. If you would like to have an opportunity to win those green dice, then you can type into the chat right now, !midnight. !midnight for your chance to win those green dice. We will randomly select a winner. And then if you could text us through the chat, the private chat function here, your address, we will get those out to you. We're going to be sending out our shipments for November and for today later this week. So you'll get those quickly. !midnight for your opportunity to win those really cool blue dice. All right, so as you continue on your morning, Zemni sits quietly in the hold of your ship. As Morthos, you go back down. He is sitting there cross-legged, bound with the magical straps, the magical handcuffs that you placed upon him as he was put to sleep by the sleep statue given to you by Kelson Mare. He looks at you as his eyes kind of narrow and recognizes that he's not in a very good position. Any conversations you wish to have amongst yourselves or with anyone else? Or
Ray, deep in thought, gets the idea, and you just hear it as she races upstairs to the helm. I got it!
Got what?
I got how to help you! I understand it! I was thinking all morning, I was using the power of thought, and I was like, oh no, tuna fish is too smelly, everything else would be too difficult. And I went through like 30 thoughts, and then I thought of it!
What is it? Lift 10!
Woo!
What is it?
I'm just watching Zemni.
I was thinking maybe it would be nice to get reminded of your hometown, where you came from.
Go on.
So, I was thinking through a couple of things. Well, you had all your little brothers and sisters, and we played tag, so we could play tag every time, but that might take a lot of time.
Yeah, and I'm pretty fast.
I don't know about that. I think I could beat you. I have longer legs.
Race.
So, I was thinking tag. I was thinking your dad owns a fish market.
Yeah?
Maybe we could, I don't know, catch fish?
That might not be practical, like when you're landlocked in town.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good thought, though.
What else could show you love from your hometown? School? Do you have like a thing I could whittle you and then like a little keychain and then it's like you remind you of your teacher?
Whitebeard?
Yeah. I could
Could you whittle me a beard?
I could. Actually, it might not be comfortable.
Yeah, no, alright, not that
And
one.
it'd kind of fall off like Rubius's.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I
What?
got it.
This is thought number 35.
Like 1,035.
Okay, what is
actually.
it?
Come here. And she's gonna grab Ollie's head Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to do this right, okay? As she
Okay.
squishes his cheeks a little.
Okay.
She's gonna very, restrained, forceful tension in her neck, trying to restrain herself. And slowly put her forehead on his head.
Oh, and he starts rubbing his head back and forth. I see.
You can do this, Ollie. Think of the Cat Lord, even though Anam could beat him. But think of him.
This could work. I think I like it. Can you, one, don't headbutt me.
I'll do my best.
Head nuzzles.
Head nuzzles.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You're
Second,
talking funny. Why are you talking so funny?
you're squishing my face with your hand.
Oh, sorry,
Thank you.
sorry.
Oh, goodness. Don't grab so hard next time either.
Okay, sorry.
I like it. Ray, you're family to me. You're like my big little sister.
You're like my captain. I don't have any brothers and sisters, and nobody ever had brothers and sisters, so I don't really know what that's
I
like.
got shot right there.
But you're my best friend,
I'll take it.
and I'm your second first mate and best friend.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
Threat level midnight for everyone else. For me and you, a head nuzzle.
Head nuzzle, not headbutt. Head nuzzle, not
Yeah.
headbutt. Head nuzzle.
Yeah.
I could do this.
Me too. If you're gonna help me, me too.
I'll always help you.
Good. Right 10!
Morthos, you watch as Zemni is just kind of rocked back and forth with the turning of the ship, and he looks at you and he says,
So, out to sea, huh?
Yeah, we figured we would take a little trip where no one would be able to find you.
The right guy is doing this right now.
Well, what are your intentions?
Well, my intentions are just to throw you over the board and let you sink to the bottom of the sea. But currently, you might be of value, so maybe you can save your own life.
And you watch as Zemni, the were-rat who you captured, sits there, still in his rat form, his large front teeth kind of sticking over his regressed bottom jawline, and his large kind of rat mouse-like ears are slightly almost slumped. Shoulders are down. He's clearly in a kind of dejected-looking position, just listening to your words.
Well, how can I change your mind?
Well, it depends on how much you want to be forthcoming with some information. That's all I seek, is information.
Well,
And I will give you my word. If you are truthful, and you tell us what we want to know, you will not be harmed on the ship.
So it's okay for him to do that, but not me.
I'm not there.
Why not? Neither am I.
Listen, there's information that I can give you freely, of course. There's information that whether you kill me or they kill me, if I give it, either way I'm dead. So, ask your questions. That's all you're seeking. I'll try to answer them as truthfully as I can.
From a distance, you hear,
Left turn!
and it banks.
You turn a lot for a ship. I'm just saying.
Just
We've
keeping
just
it
been
interesting.
going in circles.
Going straight is just no fun, so I'm keeping it interesting.
I like it.
Yeah.
Who is the lady?
And see, the lady. The lady. She is a powerful entity, woman, man, I don't know. I've
Actually, hold
met
on
her.
1 second.
I just,
I know him.
with my pipe lit, just kind of scroll down.
Oh, I think it's showtime, Ollie.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, is he
I
okay?
interlock arms and we begin. I begin skipping. I don't know if he joins me, but I begin.
I get
skipping.
dragged along and I yell for Casper. Casper, take the sheep!
I follow them all down.
Aye, Captain.
Hard turns every 15 minutes.
Yeah, I can do, Captain.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I wait at the top of the steps before going down.
hearing them everybody coming. I'm like,
Okay.
Maybe I should go down and assess the situation before we all.
No, let's just blindly go.
What? Maybe we should let him do his thing.
Fine.
I'll assist Mr. Morthos and whatever's going on, and then we could take. We're gonna be here for a while. We could, if you guys want to talk to Mr. Zimny, then you'll have your chance as well.
I think
Maybe we should
we'll
all
come
go.
in at the end and we'll be like
The bad guys.
the super interrogators. Like I'll be
Yes.
able to read him like a book,
Oh,
like
you're
I do
speech
everybody
written.
else.
Just like your dream.
Yeah, no, carry on.
All right.
Yeah.
so I go down the steps, smoking my pipe like this.
Killian walks in
Yep.
casually, followed by Mariska and Ray and Oliver, arm in arm. We're kind of just standing at the top deck of the stairs.
As
For
we
a
get
little bit.
lower, I'll undo my arm, give one quick smile, and then go straight face, just like she was for the wrestling to get in.
Oh, yeah, I like
I'm
it.
acting right now.
Okay.
Raise.
Ray's using the power of thought to channel her inner seriousness.
That's right.
Okay.
Straight face.
Very good. So, Zemni sees you all walk in.
Everyone's coming in.
Apparently, you're all there.
I'm not yet.
No, they all.
Yeah, we're
We're
waiting.
waiting.
They're waiting at the top. It's just
Okay,
me.
waiting
at the top.
I, that's why I said at the top. There.
We're the closers.
Yeah.
Got it.
So just the,
So you guys are all within earshot, but Killian starts
Yeah.
walking in,
We're listening basically outside the door.
and he sees you.
So, yeah. No hard feelings, right?
Well, I mean, my feelings were hurt a little bit of the atrocious things you did to me, but
I didn't mean any of them.
well, it seemed like you did.
So let us forget that for now. Killian, he is willing to tell us about the lady, and would
Well,
like you
the thing
to...
is, I don't really know much about the lady. Tell him the truth. Look at my eyes. I didn't really deal with her ever. I just do what I'm told in Sarah Loon, around the water and the hills and the valleys and the mountains and forest proper. That's it.
This guy's supposed to be like the number 2, right? Okay.
So 24 on insight.
Being honest.
Okay. I'm just gonna. We'll call it like. However, I'm not gonna do it every time. But
Yep.
Whenever you want me to roll it again, let me know.
Respin's the leader. He's the one who deals with the lady. And even higher than Respin is Phineas, who you already met.
Well, I've seen Phineas before. Yeah. So what can you tell us about the lady? I know you don't know much, but any information would be.
She's some sort of sorceress or something, I don't know. She's powerful. She pulls a lot of different strings around. And, well, she's talks with Phineas pretty closely. I don't know any of those conversations. Phineas talks to Respin, Respin talks to me. But Phineas, he goes all around. He goes all around the east here, up and down. He's one of the higher-ups in the Zentarum.
And you watch as his eyes kind of dart to your hand, looking to see if you might be affiliated with them, to see if you might have a tattoo. And just because you kind of strike him as the type who might be, he doesn't see anything. And he kind of continues.
So, I mean, you guys know how the Zentarum work, right?
He looks at you, expecting you to know.
Oh, I am quite familiar with the Zentarum.
Right, so,
I have killed many of you.
yeah.
So what do you think the string, as you said, that the lady was pulling? What string were you on? Would you think?
My job was to take out Night Knives with Maltoro. He was hired to assist and secure the city. That was going great until you shades strolled in. And then we started taking losses. And now I'm captured in your boat. out to sea. So,
And what about Mr. Tooth?
Captain Tooth? That wasn't part... He had a separate deal with someone, I don't know. He was supposed to deliver something to, I think, the lady or Phineas or something.
You have no information about that?
No, I just know that he didn't get there, then he ran. But my job was to focus on Fairloon, so I didn't really give chase or anything. That was not my purview.
Then why kidnap me?
Oh. Well, from what I understand, they weren't sure if you were Kelson or not. A. B. They thought that you might be some part of some old adventuring group, which you turned out to be part of the Wonder Seven. And Phineas is interested in those guys and gals. At least the ones that are still alive, I guess.
Why is he interested?
I don't know. Phineas has all kinds of different irons in the fire.
He kind of holds up his hands like,
Honestly, that man is like... He's got stuff going on everywhere.
So you think it was Phineas that was in charge of that plan and not Miss the Lady?
Well, I don't know if Phineas is taking direction from the lady on that one, but I do know that Phineas... Well, he's the one who wanted Brock.
Mm-hmm.
And he got Brock. We got him away before you got me.
Do you know where they were taking Mr. Brock?
No.
Liar.
So I am confused.
So where would that be?
To our last, a place.
Last outpost in Sailloon?
Yeah.
Which is... You're doing great.
I can't recollect this time.
Huh?
I don't remember.
Still lying.
So you're telling me that you were like the
He killed lots of you guys,
the
remember?
number 2 Zentarum. That's what I hear. You're supposed to be like impressive.
Well, number 3, I think.
Number 3. I don't know. I think he might be like number 4 or number 5 because obviously he doesn't know jack shit. So it's
Interesting play.
yeah. You are not very valuable, are you?
Depends on who you're talking to.
Well, no, because if you're not valuable, then I don't give a shit that I'll just throw you overboard. But better
I
yet,
mean, I can tell you some other stuff. Probably.
probably. Where's Brooke?
roll an intimidation check.
Yes.
I like it. Are you good at that?
Yes.
Awesome. One, two, three, four, fifth.
19. Oh wait, I lied. 21.
Wait, he lied again. 25.
But wait, there's more.
Took him to our base, our last base around Sailloon. That's the truth.
Where? Listen,
The Dark House.
Huh?
the Dark House. Killian, what do you make of that?
Can we roll inside again?
Roll your insight.
17.
He's lying.
Ooh.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the Dark House wouldn't let your type in.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I think they're very selective on who's in and out of the Dark House.
Oh, I love Shar, and I love...
Yep, you're a liar. It's not good to lie to Mr. Morthos.
I'm getting a little frustrated, Killian. I think I might let GB actually have his way with him.
JB?
Yes, he is the blue one in our group. He wants
Yeah,
nothing
Phineas
but...
knows him real
Oh, I
well.
know. And he wants nothing but all Zentarum to be dead.
He was in Tarim,
I am well aware.
so I can join your group then too?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm in.
you're in.
That means you.
What job? What's the first job?
Tell me the
Tell us all the
location of
information that
Zentarum
you know.
base. And like I said, no harm will
Alderaan.
come to you on this. Alderaan. Huh.
Seeing Morthos getting frustrated, I go over and I just kind of tap him on the shoulder. I'm guidancing him for his next role, but I'm doing it in a way that says, you know,
It's okay. It's okay. He'll give us the information soon.
I can't. Don't. Ask me other questions. I'll tell you other stuff.
Oh, we're going to ask you more questions as well, but this one is rather important to us. So if you could answer this one first, maybe we'll move on.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm really good at this.
While he's doing that, I message Morthos
Okay.
from the other side of the door. Do you want us to come in?
Not quite yet. But
Yeah, yes, because I rolled an 8.
I'll tell you other things. I can't tell you that.
But very shortly.
All right. Just
What about a whereabouts?
It's in Sierra.
Well, Sierra-Loon's not small. Is it in Sierra-Loon? Under Sierra-Loon? Above Sierra-Loon?
That'd be weird.
Well, you took out what was under Sierra. And you took out what was in the forest. So, where else might there be a base in Sierra?
Above. It's gotta be above.
How about the docks?
You're getting warmer.
Uh,
This is a lovely ship you have here.
Oh.
is there a shipyard, maybe? All right.
so I think he's on the.
I didn't say anything. Right then.
You did not say anything.
16.
Seems to be telling you the
Actually,
truth.
it'd be 18 my passive. All right.
Well, thank you for not saying anything.
I didn't.
So, what can you tell us about Mr. Molotov?
Martello.
Martolo?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not very good.
Branziaro. Yeah, that guy, that guy's a suave bastard. He's
You
good at
like
what
him
he
or
does.
hate him.
No,
Subplot.
I hate how awesome he is.
I hate to love him.
He seems
Listen, he's Ken Deem. Ken Deem are like the greatest thing ever. I wish I could be Ken Deem. I'm just a cast-off weaver that found
This is Matthew's talking.
Zentarum. I was trained in evocation magic in the Weaver's Presidium. And, I'm not bad.
Another sower?
Who said that?
I'm up at the top of the stairs. I'm whispering.
I hear voices. If I could have been Ken
This
Dean,
is your conscience speaking. Tell them what they want to know.
if I could be Ken Deem, that would be something. I wouldn't be with these lowlife jackoffs and the Zend.
Can you tell me about the contract that Mr. Martolo has?
It's with Respin. Respin contracted the Ken Deem, and Well, it's not. You don't contract an individual. You contract the Kendim, and then you get who you get.
And what? Do you know any of the specifics of this contract?
Help us to take out the Night Knives.
That's it? That's the only thing he's there hard
Once
for?
Kelson there's dead, then we own the city.
That's a very complicated situation. Would you like to meet another Kendim?
No. I mean, yes, but not if they're after me.
Well, we may have one here with us.
Who?
Oh, he's part of our crew.
Of course.
So you probably don't want him to come down here and start asking questions either, correct? So maybe you answer...
I've been answering everything!
But there's been some shady answers.
I mean, give me some slack here!
Well, no, because then... Magic, those are tight for a reason. Oh, you meant like...
I mean, like, figuratively.
Metaphorical stuff.
I mean, come on! I've pissed myself here in a piss bucket! Just wait till number 2 comes.
I look at Morthos and I say, telepathically, what else were we supposed to ask? I think there were some other points that I'm old and I'm running out of
Steam.
We asked about the lady. We asked about the item.
The worst game players sitting down there.
You told us to stay away.
We asked about Martolo.
Are they saying this out loud?
No,
Okay, all right.
I think we might need to go get someone else. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Ali is quite persuasive. And
And
maybe,
maybe Marishka?
yes. That's,
She seems to be in on the bad guy stuff.
that is true. She might be useful in this situation.
And Ray was actually pretty good at playing tough for the fighting stuff.
We just have to make sure that we keep JB away, because
I would agree with that. I also think Mr. Zimney here, I look at him, any other information you just want to give to us? For free?
For free?
Just ask. I'm like,
an open book.
yeah, that.
Can I ask what your natural form is
You mean like, what do I look like?
when you're not a rat?
I look like you.
Oh, a
Halfling.
halfling. Okay, and I'll just go back to smoking my pipe, but talking with us.
So what is the Zentarim's purpose in Saloon?
It's above my pay grade. I just know that they want to secure the city.
And go ahead. Sorry.
So you're telling me that in all of your dealings with all of the people, being as, let's just say, maybe unnoticeable as you are, you have not heard any such backdoor dealings or whispers of what might be going on, or why the Zentarim is so interested in Saloon.
Saloon is a city that lots of valuable items move through.
That's what
What type of items?
Magic items.
We know that you, or the lady perhaps, was after an item that Tooth was supposed to have.
Right. Yeah, that's true. You guys know a lot of stuff already. You're... Well, it's impressive, frankly.
Well, do you know what happened to Tooth?
No, he was wandering in the woods, trying to get as far from Sherloon as he could, I guess.
Do you know whose ship this is?
Yours?
This is now ours. This was Tooth's.
Oh,
And
he
the
gave
reason.
it to you, huh?
Oh, yes, but not exactly willingly.
Oh well, in his metaphorical will, if you will.
Sure.
Du-
Yes.
double pun.
He paid with his
Metaphorical
life.
will.
So you killed him.
Oh, I did not, but the person that did is right upstairs. And I will gladly bring I will gladly bring him in this room if you cannot help us further.
I'm answering all your questions.
So what type of items specifically?
They just want magic stuff. There are specific things that I guess the lady's looking for, but everything goes through Phineas first. Respin gets it. He sends the shipments. Phineas reviews it, keeps most of it, sends a couple things to the lady. I guess that's what I was told. That's all I know. I'm honest. God's honest truth. Tyr is my witness.
Dear.
And whereabouts is these shipments going to and from?
Well, once I give everything to Respin.
And where's Respin?
I don't know.
Well, then how do you give
No,
him this?
honestly, I don't know.
Mr. Morthos, maybe you can ask.
Here, look, I give everything to Trock.
At
who?
the dock.
Yeah, Trock. Trock delivers it to the Merchants Guild. The merchants deliver it to Respin. They don't even know who he is. It's all under aliases and middlemen. Straw game. I've never even seen or met Respin.
Do you have a shipment that is leaving to him anytime in the near future?
No, we've been focusing on the Night Knives and haven't even been trying to get stuff. That was what Captain Tooth was supposed to do. Honest.
You guys are.
You're within earshot, right?
Yeah. I think he gave us the breakdown of Zemni to Trock to the Merchants Guild to Respin. Then how does Tooth fit into that? Because he didn't give it to Trock, the Merchants Guild, and it didn't get to Respin.
So how does Tooth fit into this?
I told you, he was supposed to deliver it himself directly to the lady because she knew the item that he had was already what he wanted.
And how would you get in contact, or how is he supposed to get in contact with the lady?
I don't know, that was between... He's separate. He's not Zen. He's his own thing. He's dead now. You got a ship. I had no purview over him. I just let him through, and then... Well, the Night Knives stopped.
You should message Morthos to see how they're planning on taking over. And, like, if they have plans to kill Kelson, when are the plans and how? So we could report it.
Okay. How about we just go in there?
But we were told not to.
Let's make an executive decision.
Let's go in.
Can I oi Melinda?
Yes.
Oi Melinda!
What the hell?
Yes! 22!
On
You have a giant!
The door.
What else do you want to know?
Downstairs.
Yeah, we have a giant.
She's the one who killed him, isn't it? You killed Captain Tooth.
I take my hammer. Are they metal bars?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna smack a metal bar so it like reverberates in his ears.
Huh.
And
Now
then,
listen to me, scum!
His ears perk up.
You will answer those questions, or you will answer to me.
Roll intimidation.
are you good at that?
+0.
All right.
It's not bad.
And then,
Crit fail!
You choke.
As you say that, you kind of choke a little bit.
wait.
Our voice cracks.
We do have an advantage. Don Queve bought an advantage for the next roll. We needed it.
Oh.
Do you want me to roll advantage?
Go for it.
Okay, go ahead and roll with advantage. Thank you, Don Cleve.
19.
Woo!
I'm answering.
And then I want to walk by in his eyesight, and I want him to see my precious on my hip.
I walk by and I've got fire in my hand, just
Natural 20.
playing with it.
And I'm looking at him. Looking at the sword, looking at him, going,
That was
With that stupid smile on your face.
That's-
Not like-
you have the captain's hat.
I have his ship, I have his hat, I have his sword, I have his crew. Who are you? He's got his hand on the hilt of my precious. Now, Zimni.
we did good. We did good.
We're playing good cop, bad cop here.
Who's the good cop?
They were.
I was.
Well, I think
Well, maybe Killian,
Yeah.
but I'm the middle cop.
I mean, you were unreasonably nice to a man who tortured you.
I think we all make mistakes in life.
Yes, we do.
Happy
We
accidents.
make mistakes.
Our motto here is
Happy, very happy
Well,
accidents.
it wasn't
forgive and forget,
Yes.
right?
happy for me. I think you can't really forgive if
for
you
me.
actually forget.
Yeah. So we don't forgive and forget.
We forgive though.
Now,
Are we having a theological conversation in the middle of this really right now?
What better
I'm
time
so
to
in.
do so?
Anyway,
Well, here's the reality. I may be overly nice to you. That's my natural disposition.
us halflings, we stick together.
Well, you're not a halfling right now, are you?
well, I got you there. Yeah, you know.
And I look at Mothos and Ray.
Marishka,
His eyes
And
just linger
Marishka.
on Ray.
And Oliver, and I look at his sword, and I look back at you, and I give you a knowing, like, back is in.
Why is
then-
she with you?
that's a good question.
Marishka?
Yeah.
Because she's badass?
What-
We're the ones asking the questions. You're the one answering the questions.
Yeah, but why did you ask that?
But what do you know about Mariska?
Answer that question.
She's the leader of the Hales.
Normally. But paths in life tend to change.
How do you know about the
They
Hales?
do tend to change
How do you know
for
about
the
Hales?
better.
How do you know about the
yeah.
Hales?
How do you know about the Hales?
Well, like I said, I grew up in Cormier,
Right.
and that's close to where your old stomping grounds were.
Indeed.
And so, I mean, the Hales' name were notorious for any travel to the west. I mean, anyone had to either, pay homage to them or, as they passed through, or risk getting robbed, killed, stranded, or travel in a big caravan group that was too strong for them to take on. That's what I know about the Hales.
Oh, it's so nice to meet a fan. It's good because
Fan.
this means that you have an understanding. So you seem like you like things put in plain terms, correct? No wishy-washiness, yes or no, black or white. So let me put this in simple terms for you. I am playing with flames. It's just going back and forth in my hands. You have two options before you. In the easy way, you tell us everything we want to know, no misdirection, no lies, no partial truths. And we drop you off with the nearest guard. And you get to keep your life. In the hard way, I start with your eyes. First, I'll burn out
Please
your
pick the
eyes.
hard way. Please
One
pick the hard way.
by one. And when you have no eyes, it means you're not going to be able to see what I take next.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll char your left leg to ashes. Maybe your right hand. You won't see it coming. Do you think you can hold a weapon with a charred and disfigured stump? How many limbs are you willing to lose before you tell us everything we want to know up front? But if you want to play the tough guy, I get it. I respect it. I'll humor you. I'll leave your ears for last, so that you can hear the sound of your own screams until the very end. And after I take your ears, I'll burn the tongue right out of your mouth. And then when you're weeping tears of blood from eyeless sockets and begging for death, we'll drop you off at the nearest port. What sort of living do you think you could make with no limbs, no ears, and no tongue?
Morthos is completely infatuated. He's like just hanging on every word, loving it.
You
As
guys
a
think
wretched,
I have a
limbless thing squirming in the dirt. The choice is yours.
Roll an intimidation check with advantage.
I rolled a natural 20 on her insight.
Yep.
On inciting her.
Oh, she's deadly serious.
Okay, so the first one is a 26. Second one is also a 26. Hey. Speak up, dear.
Who you more afraid of now? Going back to the Zent or Marishka? Hail.
Where do you want to know? I knew you'd be so smart. How pleasing.
Can you put the fire away now?
For now. Goes out. Well, I'm very happy we had this talk.
Who
I find
are
it
you people?
Very, very
With the shades.
instructive.
Yeah, I know, but like, who are you people? Like, how did you... What is it? Why?
Eyes here. You don't ask the questions.
I don't ask questions.
No, you do not. Tell me about the items the lady is looking for. You are higher up in the hierarchy. I used to have minions of my own. Now you don't want to tell them the higher purpose of the plans, but you're not going to get far if you don't tell a minion more about the task you're giving them. So don't play coy. I know you know these things.
She needed something. I don't... The captain was supposed to bring it. It was to help her to find other stuff. I don't know. That's it. That's all I know.
Is she working with someone above her? Someone higher than the Zent?
I have no idea. That's way above my pay grade. It's Dr. Phineas. There's something to respin for that.
Where is Phineas?
I told you, he goes all over the place. He's poofs here, poofs there. He's far stronger. He's the one who brought me in to the Zen. He found me at the Weavers.
If he poofs all over the place, he has to have a way or a set location to get in touch with you. Stop stuttering.
Respin.
But you never met Respin, so how do...
Letters, correspondence, written. Sometimes they float right to me. Most of the time, they're just at the base.
Was there a specific Weaver's Presidium?
In Cormier. I went on a quest. We went on a quest with Phineas to find hold on, my notes.
Can we just steal his notes?
There was an ancient red dragon that had been killed.
In Cormier?
Yeah, Mist. It was called Mist. It was some long fancy name, but it was Mist for short. And it and I don't know. There was like some guy with like some fancy elf. I don't know. He's something. And we went there and he there was a bunch of lichens like me, and I wasn't strong enough, and they were, and I got bit, and I got like Camp 3, and I'm aware at, and that was kicked out of the Weavers, and Phineas is like a double agent, right? And so he's in the Weavers, but he's strong enough for them to tolerate the fact that he's also Zentarum, and so he does his shady stuff with the Zent, and he does his above board stuff with the Weavers, but I wasn't, so they took me out, and then he took me in, and so I worked my way up, and.
When was this? How long have you been in this Zentarum?
That was like I don't know, 15, 20 years ago.
A loyal minion. That's hard to find. Tell me about the lady again. You know she's powerful.
That's it. I never met her. I don't know anything more about
But
her.
you've heard stories.
Yeah, she's like a crazy sorceress person. I don't know. She's some mystical, magical arcanist. I don't know.
Where is she said to be found?
She ensorcels.
Right. You've heard stories. Where do they say she lives?
Deep in the Saraloon Wood.
In the 100-acre wood?
North.
North of that.
Yeah, like very, and it's hard to find. You like get lost trying to get there. It's like all the magical.
If you had to start someone on a path to get there, where would you say they'd begin?
I don't know. I've never tried.
I know. What do others say? Look for this, turn left there.
Flames come up on my fingers
I
again.
don't know. The woods. Roll the frickin' 2.
What can you tell us about the storm that's appearing?
It's dangerous. And up north, I don't know anything about it.
No rumors from Respin or Phineas?
No.
Honest. How do you plan to take over the Night Knives?
Kill Kelson, cut off the head
When?
as soon as we find him. It's a slippery wicket.
Why are you still with this ent?
What other alternative do I have? I'm a were-rat.
You never thought of just running away?
To where?
The Sea of Fallen Stars is huge. You could get on a ship. You could get off a ship at the next port. Why not just leave?
And do what? No one would take me in.
You're not always a were-rat.
Yeah, but I can't always control this either. Certain times of the month, it just manifests.
So you're willing to work for an employer who lets you believe there's no other option.
Phineas always treated me well. He's the only one who believed in me.
Now, did he take you on that initial quest to see the Mist, the ancient red dragon in Cormier?
Yeah,
So
I
he
volunteered to go with him.
Why?
Because he was always nice to me.
He was nice to you. How about the others that went on the trek?
Well, not all of them made it.
They didn't make it.
No.
Did any of them turn into lycanthropes like you?
No, just me.
Just you.
They died, though.
They died.
I mean, I'm better off than dead.
Did you see them die?
Well, at various points, it was like trapped in stuff.
So
We didn't even make it into the core.
So your friend, who's very powerful, correct, Phineas, very powerful,
Yeah.
chose you and a handful of others
Uh-huh.
and walked into a trap that he couldn't overcome.
Yeah.
And everyone else died except for you, and you became a lycanthrope.
Where are you
You're
going
a
with
meat
this?
shield. Aww.
You're a
That's
patsy.
sad. I used to do that too. I would keep little, I'd hire some people for a dangerous job, send them in first, clear the way. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. That has
Zemni
to-
doesn't care about you.
No.
I'm sorry. Phineas. Phineas doesn't care about you at all.
I kind of put down my hammer.
That's sad.
I'm sorry.
How often do you talk
I
to?
have a drink. My mouth is parched.
When we're done.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can get him a glass of water.
I'm looking him in the eyes.
I mage tail
Go
it to
ahead.
you. No, you don't get to touch it with your hands. We're gonna flash dance this. Open your mouth. Tilt your head back like a toddler. There you go. There you go. Sated?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
When's the last time you talked to Mr. Phineas?
Before the operation in Saraloon
What operation?
to take it over.
Oh, that operation.
How long ago was that?
Like 4 months ago.
Where did you meet him?
In New Orleans.
You met him in New Orleans 4 months ago.
There's less law and order there.
Right.
And it's,
Less than Saloon?
it's smaller. It's more like a startup settlement.
Gotcha.
And and he was working on some other excavation project somewhere closer to there. I don't know, something with the Netherese or something. He's always looking at our ancient artifacts and stuff. And then we marshaled forces and moved in on Sarah Lou, and Respin was already here, already in place.
Couple follow-up questions. How often do you talk to Phineas nowadays?
I haven't talked with him since.
And before that, did you talk to him often?
No, just like project to project.
Or whenever he needed something from you.
So, like a good friend would do. Conditional love.
Well, he's a busy man.
Oh, yeah, he's busy man.
He's a busy gnome.
Yeah, busy gnome. Who only walks you into danger and then only uses you when he needs you to do something. Friend. And I don't use that term lightly. Friend. He does not care for you at all. They will kill you once they find out that we have you kidnapped. You know that. There's no going back.
It doesn't matter. You've realized at the moment you stepped on the ship, they have no way of knowing what you told
You brought me here. I didn't step on it.
Oh, I mean, we dragged you. Your foot touched it. But anyway.
Is it like a metaphor?
Yes.
Figure of speech.
So you might as well tell us what we need to know.
I'm telling you everything.
Everything. I want you to tell us things that you don't even think would be important. Everything about your job. I want to know who you're in contact with. I want to know your day-to-day activities.
You killed most of the Zen already.
That's
Not
true.
all.
What?
To be fair, I don't think she was part of it.
Yeah.
You plural.
And we're gonna kill the lady, and we're gonna kill
Great. I don't care. I could nothing less of her.
Right. You can't go back. What are you gonna do? I'm offering you, potentially, a lease on life here.
We could be your friends. I could be your friend.
You can't go back, and you know it. Because if you were to get away, if you try to escape, all it takes is some well-placed gossip that you told us everything. They will hunt you down and kill you. Now, all right, that's a reality. Or you could work with us.
Roll a persuasion check.
What does guidance do? First, see if I need it. 25. You know what? I'm gonna use it anyway.
Guidance?
Yeah.
So you have to cast it before making a skill check. So
Wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah.
It was a 1. 25.
How? What would that even mean?
Well, I have a first second mate, Casper, steering the ship right now. You can't leave this ship. You can't touch dry land elsewhere. They will try to find you and kill you. Best bet, you become part of the crew. You work on the ship, we protect you, and you help us figure out, based off of what we find, where the connection points might be with the Zent, with the lady, with Phineas, with the Netherese, I don't know who they are. Anything that might sound pertinent, we keep you here. You earn your keep, you become a friend, we don't kill you, and you don't die by other means as well.
How can I be a part of your crew when I'm in chains?
Well, that's where there's going to be some trust. And I'll be honest with you, I trust everyone, and I don't trust you yet. This is something you're going to have to work at. But, now, I can't speak for everyone, but for myself, I'd be willing to let you earn that trust, to let you earn your keep.
But he said that JB would kill me the second he saw me.
Well, we can handle JB.
In a good
And
way.
you, he's a wizard.
Here's a good way of earning your trust. We promise to hold our tongues tight about what has happened here. And we will. Oh, you want me to hold on?
I think I know where
What?
you're going with this.
I can do it too.
And we would give you the opportunity to prove yourself by going back into the Zent and gathering more information for us.
A double agent.
Like a secret agent rat. Halfling.
Let's say you wash up on shore one day with a cleverly crafted tale of how you escaped your captors. You don't know who they were, but you killed one, drowned another, and swam away. They didn't get anything from you. You're just happy to be back. Back in their employ. Back in their loving embrace. Meanwhile, the same way you've been getting information through the grapevine, you give information to us through the grapevine. And we keep it very quiet, that we ever talk to you at all. We ever seen you. We even know who you are. We both are ships passing in the night.
You're just gonna let me go?
We'll have ways of tracking you.
Remember, it just takes a rumor. Whether it's true or not, you won't live long if you go against us.
Yes, if you know me, if you know details, then you know that any sort of turning from this very generous path being offered to you, they would never find the ashes of your corpse settling at the sediment of the bottom of the ocean. But if you choose to take this out we are offering, I think you would have a brighter outlook on life. You have lived as a tool in someone's hand for 15 to 20 years. What we offer now is the choice.
To be your tool.
No.
For a short time. To earn trust.
And to earn your freedom.
Exactly.
I don't understand. I mean, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that, but you're gonna set me free. I don't, like...
Zemni, we have ways of tracking you. Have you heard of scrying?
Yeah?
We can know what you're doing, where you are. What you don't know is that you've ingested something with that water that's going to allow me to track you for all of eternity.
Oh my god.
Roll a deception check.
Come on.
17. Oh, it's too late.
15.
It's too late. You've ingested it. It embeds. It's a microbiome. It embeds in your intestines. It embeds in your lungs. It becomes a part of you. The only way to rid yourself of it is to die. Now, I don't want that for you, friend. I don't want that for you at all. So just know, we can track you for the rest of your life. We can scry on you and know what you're saying. And we can tell the right people that you are in fact a double agent. You will die immediately. Now, and the good news on that end, you'd be free of those microbiomes that are tracking you everywhere. That's a good thing, right? You know, surveillance, Big Brother, it's no longer there. The bad news is you will lack breath and a pumping heart.
Yeah.
Nah, he doesn't care. Nah, friend, look at me. I care. Help me help you. Help me help you. Help us save the world. Do something noble.
That's what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause we live in it.
Is it even worth it?
Well, consider that before the microbiomes.
This guy's gonna have it.
Is it
Philosophical dilemma.
Zemni, do you have anyone you love? Who do they have?
I thought you were crying. I heard the saddest little wheeze.
The best. Didn't see it going this way, did you?
Me neither.
Power of friendship. All he wants is a friend.
Blackmailed friendship.
Listen, we need
You know,
crew.
kind of.
Well, let's find a friendship ring and give it to him.
You
Tracking
definitely
friendship
make one.
Phineas is the only person who's ever been nice to me.
And yet we know he's
I was
been
an urchin before that who was smart enough to learn some magic. The Weir's took me in. Everything I've ever done was
Your backstory. Oliver doesn't know that.
merit. I earned it. And then I couldn't earn it because I was cast off.
How'd that make you feel?
Like dirt.
Yeah.
I am dirt. I'm a were-rat. But Phineas, he gave me meaning and purpose.
Was it before or after he turned you into one?
No, it was an accident. He didn't mean for that to happen to me. He saved me in that cave.
How?
Killed the were-rats we were fighting.
I killed the were-rats.
Yeah, we were all fighting together, and they swarmed me, and I was the only one who he could save. And that other guy,
What other guy?
that's some other elf guy. I don't know. He was with Phineas.
So. Okay. What did he look like? This other elf guy.
I don't know, he was a high elf.
A high elf.
What? What did he look like? Features, description.
High cheekbone. Blonde hair. He walked with confidence. Tall, maybe 6'3" or 4". Had a ring. No. Yes. No. It wasn't a ring. It wasn't a ring. It was a necklace. He had a necklace.
What did that look like?
Did it look like one of these?
Kind of.
What was his name?
I don't know. It was a long time ago, and I was just
How long?
22 years ago.
What's so funny?
It's just... It's so funny how all the threads always come together.
What are you talking about? A boot?
Remind me the location this was again.
It was on the border of Cormier and... Well, actually, where the Hales made their way.
And you said his life was saved?
No, he could handle himself.
Where did he go after that? Did he say anything about himself?
He was the only one who continued on. Phineas and I left
Continued on to do what?
into the cave.
And you never saw him again.
No,
So Phineas knew him. How though?
pretty well. They were talking about something they were trying to find there. Some item. Some ring.
Did they say what that ring looked like?
Something about a dragon, I don't know.
Mishka is turning over the ring that's on her hand. Does this jog your memory? Look,
It's pretty. But I don't know what that is. Is that the ring?
don't know, you tell me. You said they were talking about the ring.
A ring. I was just helping them find it. I don't know anything about it. What does it do? It was pretty special to them.
It looks good on my finger, that's what it does.
Yes, it does.
So you don't remember anything else about this elf?
No.
He didn't say anything about them. Family or home or
How old are you?
asking. Come on, questions. You know the drill of this by now.
Hypothetically.
You don't ask a lady her age. Good lord. Somewhere in the ballpark of greater than 20, less than 50.
It's quite a ballpark.
Are you his daughter?
I'm trying to figure that out. You see,
Wait, what?
oh, I shared a little bit about this.
Yeah, I
but
remember.
We can talk about it later. But
Your dad just disappeared, though, you said.
yeah, I thought he did. I've been trying to find him. You understand a little of what this feels. You said you were street urchin, correct? You lost your parents.
I never knew him.
Never knew them. I might as well be the same. My father vanished when I was very young. I thought maybe he died but that couldn't be true because there was never any news of a body, there was never anything discovered. He simply vanished at a time when I needed him most. I've been very eager to meet him again. Like flames are just like sparks are just going off her fingers.
So where'd you get the ring?
Oh, this was my mother's ring. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, her wedding ring. But I assume dragon stylized rings were very in vogue at the time. Little odd for a wedding choice, but I reclaimed it from one of the bad men who is responsible for me losing my mother.
I'm glad that you got your justice.
No, it's not done yet. So you have no other details to share about this memory?
You scare me.
Good. Keep talking. No other details? He just went into a cave. Well, at least it's something.
So,
Thank you, friend.
yeah.
I feel very happy to have met you. Happiness, for me, is very good for you. Thank you for being so forthright. I'm going to go upstairs now. I think I'm good here. You guys have got this. We'll reconvene at supper time. Bye-bye.
What's her temperament as she's leaving?
Roll an insight check.
22.
She is mustering every ounce of her fiber to remain calm and collected. And there is almost a sense of excitement with rage.
Okay.
So are we done here, friends?
I think we're done for now.
Yeah, you just let me know the plan and I'll ready to just earn your trust.
It's going to take some time. Again, we have our ways. I don't want to use them.
What more can you... Oh, you can do a lot more than me. You can track me. You can scry on me.
Yep.
You can ruin my life again.
Yep.
Why don't you just... I don't even know.
No. Finish that thought.
I don't even know.
Yeah, you do. Why don't we what?
I don't know. I've told you everything I know. The Shadow Squall. That's the name of the ship.
All right.
This ship?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
The one in port. Is it in port? Big ship? Small ship?
Big ship.
Easy to find?
Most of it's underwater.
Interesting. All right. You know what? Trock said that. Okay. Not about that, but in general. That's a good step. Is it trapped?
The crew's just a decoy up top.
Okay.
The base is all the lower decks.
Are there more than one way in and out?
There's a underwater access point. It's underwater sub-ships that Phineas developed.
What?
What? You mean like ships that stay under the water?
They're mechanical.
Oh, interesting.
So cool.
Ali, we got to get one of those.
He's got ships that fly.
No way. No way. It has been my dream to have a flying ship.
The Weavers are incredible.
I've seen one in my entire life.
It's the Netherese technology that they find and use.
You mean where the dig site is just north of New Ordulin?
Do you know about the Netherese Empire? They used to rule almost all of the area now known as the Anarok Desert. And then they were destroyed in a cataclysmic war.
Yep.
With Corminthir and Cormyr and the Dale Lands and, well, Sembia.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, not that they died, but
I mean, I heard they even buried a whole bunch of things out in the desert.
What?
Probably.
like in a hole or like
Like
a
a
mountain
cave or something?
or a
Yeah,
cave.
it's like a cave.
Do you know of any other excavation sites currently?
No, I mean, there's one near New Ordulin,
North, south, east, west of New Ordulin.
northeast towards the desert.
No. Do you find it weird that the storm is centered around that? Like it's in the Anarok Desert. Like it's like a nuke winter. Nuclear. It's a nuclear winter.
I don't think you're pronouncing that right.
No. You're probably right. It's all right. We're friends here.
I mean, that's I guess not a coincidence.
And that doesn't worry you?
My task was
No, is.
Was.
Keep going. What did they give you?
to secure Serloon. That's what I've been focused on.
Right.
I haven't given much thought to the storm.
You know the storm's growing in intensity.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, that's perturbing.
And if we don't do something, it's going to envelop everything. You, me, anything you could care about, anything you do, will succumb to that storm. That's what we're trying to stop. And because of that, that seems to put us directly in the path of the Zent, Phineas, the lady, New Ordulin now. Do you see a common theme here?
Those Knoll brother, half brother, half
Oh
sister.
yeah, the Knolls? The Knoll people?
None of that means anything to me.
Come on, Zemni. Come on.
What do you want? I'm trash to everyone.
Zemni, you're not trash.
I am trash.
Why do you say that?
Because I am.
Why? Zemni, just because we were better than your protectors doesn't mean you're trash. You're clearly capable. That's why Phineas picked you, did he not?
Yeah, Phineas. The only one who's ever believed in me.
I believe in you. I'm telling you right now. I believe in you so much that I think we could put you back into your world knowing that you're not going to do anything to jeopardize us or yourself. And by proxy, you'll help us save the
They'll
world.
figure it out and kill me anyway.
No, we won't let them do that.
Phineas is too smart.
Phineas,
He knows everything.
he doesn't know everything. If he knows everything, you're already dead then. He knows this. He doesn't know
He's
everything.
probably watching this right now.
How?
Scrying.
Oh, yeah? Anyone have the ability to see any scrying?
Just JP, I think.
don't know what that is.
What is that lazy bones doing anyway?
Oh, I pulled a prank on him. It was
Yeah?
actually kind of funny, but now I kind of regret it. I snuck in and I touched the dragon and I put him to sleep. He made Killian's head explode!
Wait. Oh, the same thing we did. Yeah, alright.
I thought it would be funny.
No, that's pretty
but-
funny. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm kind of regretting it, but I thought it was funny at the time. Same with Rubrius, but that was just, prank wars.
Well, Zemni, if you think he's scrying on us right now, then you can't go back, right? What other choice do you have then to stay with us? You're in a lose-lose then. Your best bet is to stay with your new friends who want to keep you safe.
So now you're gonna protect me?
If you stay on the ship, you work.
Are you alright with that?
Trust can be earned.
That's what we're getting at.
And JB, I need to talk to. I want to hear from that guy.
Well, he's knocked out right now.
Sorry.
Took a sleeping pill.
You know, he was doing what Respin is doing.
Which is?
He was the one who cataloged and sent in all the magic items in his city.
Westgate.
Yeah, in Westgate.
Okay. So he was...
How can you trust him?
That's a...
Maybe he's pulling one over on all you.
Maybe.
Yes,
Or...
he has done a lot to earn our trust as well, though.
Your lies.
Listen. The whole world's burning if we do nothing anyway. Our lives are lost.
Yeah, the storm.
And if it is true that he's the Respin of Westgate, and if it is true...
No, Respin of Serloon. He's the...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
he's the Respin of Westgate.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah. And if it is true that he's turned on them, if it is true that Phineas is so smart and super powerful, why isn't he already dead?
That's a good point. But I'm not as strong as JB.
Strength in numbers.
What do you want me to do?
Well, we give you some options. One, we still have to earn trust here.
Can tie a sailor's knot?
You're in. He's in, guys.
I love it.
You can work on the ship. You can be part of the crew.
I've done that.
Good. Where?
I used to run the lanes in the Sea of Fallen Stars before I found my way to the Weavers.
So, the way I look at this, we have 3 options for him. 4, really. But the 4th one's not good. The first...
I don't want to hear the 4th one.
Well, we'll get there. Maybe. The first, crew member. But we have to watch out when we dock in Serloon. Second, if you don't think you're being scryed on, we put you back in and you're a double agent.
These cuffs don't let me be scryed on.
Then why'd you say that?
To prove a point.
Okay, third, we could stash him somewhere. Far away from everyone, where we know other people will protect him as well.
Well, with the first option, we don't even have to dock anywhere, because we can just take my ancestor's ship. Like Casper and him sail, stay in sea.
There's that. There's information to be gained if he goes back in.
I think we might need to think of this.
We don't need to make
overnight.
that decision now. We're gonna let it cool off back at Serloon anyway. We're in the middle of nowhere. There's not an ounce of land around us. I'll get you some food. You will stay in those. For now.
I have a bucket.
Yeah, I'll get you a piss bucket. We'll decide. By the way, the 4th option was you die.
I didn't want to hear that.
Yeah, no, I don't want that one either. Like, that's not preferable for me either. We'll conclude later. When JB gets up, this is a group decision. Right?
I think
Right.
a pause would be wise. Let Mr. Zimney think about his options, and maybe
he'll have a memory jog as well of some other things, but give us some time to talk about it. Sound fair, Mr. Zimney? I mean, I don't really care that much, but
Listen, if he's
I
on,
thought you were the nice one.
well, I am, but it still hurt my feelings a little bit. The whole torture thing. Remember that? Yeah.
turn the other cheek.
Oh, I turned both. He made sure of it.
Reminds me. All right. Get him a piss bucket. We'll make this decision later. I'll get you some water and some food. Make yourself comfortable. And we'll keep Mariska away from you for now.
She kind of scares me a little too.
Scares the shit out of me, actually. Like, it's terrifying. Did you hear her monologue?
Yes.
Morthos. Mr. Morthos.
Yes.
I'm assuming we're going now.
Yeah. We're walking up, like, I imagine we're walking up the stairs. Ray, can you please put the door back on the hinges?
Oh, okay. Only if I can Oi Melinda it again.
You mean, yeah, sure. This will be our Oi Melinda door.
That's right. Ray's putting the door back on.
So you
We
get
get-
the door back on.
Get him his piss bucket,
Gets his bucket.
some food.
Is anyone continuing to watch him, or are you just kind of leaving him there?
I would suggest we take rotations.
I'll sit first watch.
Killian sits there.
Well, I
And
wanted to hear what Morthos was thinking.
you each kind of go about your way, and then thinking your distinct thoughts, JB continues to sleep. And
You'll
Ray,
feel so well rested, guys.
Ray, as you complete the repair on the door, you stand in satisfaction watching that the hinges have been repaired. And as you turn to kind of continue up the deck, you watch as the butterfly emerges out of your chest and begins fluttering to the top of the deck.
Okay. She chases after it.
Goes flitting about up the stairs to the top deck, and you are overlooking it as it flies around the main mast and then around the secondary mast and takes a hard turn to starboard side and goes right over into the water.
Woo! Swan dive.
Off the boat?
Yeah.
Oh my
I can swim.
Ray
Did
jumps
anyone
off.
see this?
I mean, I'm
Where-
pretty loud.
where are
I'm
you guys?
Stomping
There's a
and
sign
I'm
that says no
screaming.
diving on the side of this boat.
Well, yeah, you're with Zemni.
Well, Morthos will assume that he heard that and go up to the top and look.
You look and you watch as there are bubbles floating up from the side.
Oh jeez.
Casper is there steering, kind of looking up and like,
Drop anchor.
Yes,
Drop,
Captain, giant overboard, giant overboard.
Drop anchor.
The Ray went overboard?
Yes, she did. Whoa. She just jumped off like a crazy woman. Anyway,
Am I underwater or?
so you're diving down as you are following the fluttering form of the butterfly
Sounds good.
as it goes kind of
breathe?
down. She can breathe underwater.
All right. We're good.
Between what emerged to be kind of these rocky formations that emerge up almost as if they were pillars in the midst of the water, almost as if there are columns as you're going down. And as you swim forward, the butterfly disappears into inky blackness as you peer through, and it gets darker. You keep swimming until you find yourself in pitch blackness, and then a flash of light as you find yourself standing in the midst of a battlefield. And you see in the distance a horde of creatures all converging on a center point. And you see dimly a singular being wielding what looks to be a bone of some type, just sundering enemies to and fro. They look to be other giants, cloud giants that he is fighting. And the cloud giants are working in tandem with dragons. How could these cloud giants do this? That's a disgrace for any giant to ever align themselves with dragons, especially these chromatic dragons, these evil white and blue and green and black and red dragons that this singular figure who your vision zooms in is a storm giant, of course.
You are so totally wicked! Well, actually, you're really great. Those guys are wicked! You're so totally awesome!
As the figure with long, flowing black hair that is immaculately tied back in a braid with a kind of a almost like not a tiara, but like a leather strap with a medallion in the center with a storm bolt through it. His clothing is spattered with blood, but otherwise of the highest quality of storm giant make. He wields in his hand what looks to be the part of a dragon jaw, and he is just destroying all of these giants until the last giant falls, the last dragon falls or flees, and he is there, breathing heavy. He turns and looks at you, and with a look of recognition, he sees you. He says, "So, Ray, how you doing?"
How you doing?
Was incredible! Can you teach me how to do that? That was so cool, but why are you holding...
Whoa there, baby.
Oh my
Whoa.
You... Did you?
Calm down there, baby.
I think I know who you are. Are you Sammy? You took a Nom's vow. That's like the strictest vow that you could ever take. Look how long your hair is. It's incredible.
No one's touched these lips, baby.
Wow.
No shorn hair on the body.
Wow. But what were the cloud giants doing with dragons?
An evil alliance, sister.
Evil alliance? Like evil? Like
The most evil.
what kind of evil?
Oh, mama.
Like a Nom could beat this evil, right?
Of course.
Okay.
But takes power. What drives you, pretty lady?
Protection of my friends and, fulfilling the quest of my parents. Well, really the council. I really like my parents, so they're so cool.
Who else you got eyes on?
Well, I like to protect my friends, mostly Ollie and Morthos and Killian and Marishka and, JB. That's all. Oh, and Rubius, of course. That's kind of all of them.
Oh,
all my best friends.
Pretty lady.
Yeah.
I've seen the way you look at that boy.
Oh, Jack. Yeah.
Tell me about them fluttering feelings inside of you there.
I mean, he's just so cute. And every time he talks, I just want him to talk more and more. And it makes me want to stop talking, which is really incredible because I never want to stop talking. And the way his hair isn't actually very good. And
No, it's not.
No, it's not Storm Giant good, not like my parents taught. But that could be taught, right? And he's good to his father, obviously, because he works for his father, and I haven't heard his father complain about it, and he always gets me really delicious milkshakes, and he makes my favorite mint chocolate chip, which is like my favorite milkshake, and he makes it extra thick, like I like it. And he's kind of cute. Yeah.
Well, all those pretty ladies, or pretty boys, as the case may be. It's good to be fighting for people you love.
I wouldn't say love.
Care about deeply.
Okay. I mean, nothing. I mean, I know my parents always they arrange everything if I'm even chosen to ever fall in love, which I hope I do. But I'm not purple skin, which is okay. So just a crush.
Anyway, Beatty, I have something for you.
Oh, okay.
May I? And he reaches out.
I high five him.
And your hand is like small inside of his fully grown giant form as he's kind of kneeled down on one knee to have this conversation with you. And he gestures towards your hammer.
Oh, this?
You know what that is, babe.
Oh, it was my dad's and my grandfather's, my great-grandfather's,
You
my
know the
great-great-great.
name of the hammer.
Oh, I just been calling it Smashy. Because, you know, it smashes pretty good.
Listen to me here, lovely lady. This here's Ancestors Fiore.
Oh, that's pretty cool, too. A little better than Smashy.
And we're gonna kick it up a notch for you.
Okay!
Oh, baby. He takes the
This
hammer.
will impress Jack, right?
Oh, you betcha.
Okay.
Takes the
Oh,
hammer,
you betcha.
and he kind of flings his hair back.
I try to attempt.
That was pretty good right there. I'm not gonna lie. And he takes the jawbone, and you watch as he kind of puts them together, and the dragon's jawbone fuses together with the hammer, and you watch as along the outside of the hammer, jagged dragon's teeth emerge out of the corners of the hammer, and the entire hammer glistens and glows with an ethereal purplish, bluish, crackling energy. And he hands it over to you. Here you go, lovely lady.
Thank you. But I mean, dragons, is this okay? Because, like, we're not really supposed to, you know.
No. To wield the teeth of a dragon shows mastery over the dragon. To wield the jawbone of a dragon.
This is so cool.
Shows the conquest of the beast.
The beast is mine!
Wield it with power, little sister.
If I can learn anything from what I just saw, I will do my best.
Be fearless. Be ferocious. Stand your ground.
Okay.
Don't ever back down and hold fast to Anam's power within you.
Oh, good.
I will do my best with all my strength.
Ancestors be with you.
And also with you.
Keep working on that flip.
This was my
Maybe
favorite
I'll
part.
see you around, little sister.
Okay.
And as he kind of puts his hands on his hips and stands back up, his form grows and grows and grows as you see his giant laced boots up to kind of his kneecaps, and he just overtakes, and his form kind of grows transparent and blue as the ocean as you find yourself back in the waves, emerging out of the water,
I'm holding my hammer up.
treading with your legs in one hand, holding with your hammer as you look, and there is the ship with its anchor dropped just in front of you. And all of your family is anxiously looking over the sides of the ship. You hear Killian first yell out,
Oi!
That's it? Oi.
Hey, would you like to come back up on the ship there?
Oh, yes, please! I'm gonna start talking like this because that was the coolest person I ever met. Oh my goodness, I have to tell you guys this. As she climbs up the anchor.
She just, with 3 kind of large bounds of her
boat tilted
form,
towards me.
the boat.
On right!
She climbs up on deck.
You follow the butterfly again? I
Oh
assume?
my goodness! Yes, and she does a nice hair flip. So what I saw, it was so cool. So my one ancestor, Sammy, well, he was fighting these cloud giants who teamed up with evil dragons, and he was killing them off with a dragon jawbone. That was it. No other weapons, no other hammer. Apparently, this hammer is also not called Smashy, so I apologize for the confusion. So anyways, so he made my hammer turn with dragon teeth, and I think I could hit harder. But I don't want to try on this boat because I think I'm gonna explode it.
What's the hammer called then?
Ancestors Fury.
Fury.
Sorry, just Fury. I was trying to be cool.
Fury.
Did anyone else hear that?
Echoing around you all.
The hell was it?
Ancestors Fury! How cool is that? And he told me to be ferocious in battle and stand strong, which kind of, and to rely on Anam's power within me.
That's awesome.
I know!
Is amazing.
I want to test out this hammer. Can we find land so I can kind of smash some people with my prior smashy?
Do we have a watermelon on ship?
Let me check down below.
If we have any kind of fruit,
All we got, Captain, are some oranges and limes and lemons.
I could really go for some
do we
grapefruit.
do we have any grapefruit?
Grapefruits.
We have grapefruits.
Maybe I'll check.
Okay.
I got some sarsaparilla down here.
Sorry, what was it?
Sarsaparilla.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
I take whatever he
favorite
gets.
drink.
Ray, okay, Ray. I'm gonna toss this up to you, and then you hit it as hard as you can out into the ocean. Okay. Ready? Go.
And the grapefruit ignites and is just splattered everywhere.
Whoa, that is pretty cool. I can't really do the very trill very well, like Sammy. But I'll just have to keep practicing. I can't do it. I'll just stick with my normal.
I have an idea for the ship name.
What?
The Sarsaparilla.
But then it'll just be called the Sassy. Little sassy pants.
I think he's getting at the. Then we get to hear Casper say it all the time.
Sarsaparilla.
What
Sarsaparilla.
if we call it? I met some highborn elves that called grapefruits pamplemooses.
Oh, that's just silly.
What if we
it's
call
like
it
a pampered moose?
What if we call it the pamplemousse?
Pamplemousse.
Nah.
How about the sassy sarsaparilla saves?
For 5,000.
You guys just keep working on it.
For 5,000 bits, you can name the boat.
Marishka, you have been lost in thought as this has been going on.
Yeah, where am I?
You're on the top deck now.
Okay.
As they were all kind of leaning over, looking out, you notice all of the necklaces that they're wearing, especially since Oliver specifically pointed them out. Go ahead and roll a perception check, please.
I don't know, man. That's not my best one. Nice 6.
6?
What if I try really hard again to perceive on somebody else's necklace?
I start juggling my necklace.
6 is good enough to recognize that everyone's necklace is exactly the same. And while Morthos clearly has a necklace on, he keeps it very well hidden and is intent on that not being shown, which intrigues you. Morthos, as this is going on and as Killian and you are kind of relieved at the safety of Ray and her excitement over her new hammer upgrade. And there are, in fact, now dragon teeth, or so she says, that are affixed to this majestic hammer, which crackles with the newfound energy. It's pretty impressive. you hear a voice that you haven't heard for a long time in your mind. So, it comes together.
Bazar.
Yes, I am still here.
It has been a while.
It has. Why don't you gather Killian?
Okay. I walk over to Killian. Hey, Killian, can I bother you for a minute?
Oh, you would be no bother to me.
She's talking to me in my head and
Oh, that sounds quite exciting. Kind of like this. And then
Please perhaps move to the captain's quarters.
ooh, I like that.
All right, Sebastian.
Especially since we're not asking for permission. Let's go.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my.
Go on then, kiss the girl.
That's him singing to
There
himself right now.
about her.
You move into the captain's quarters, and as soon as you close the door, you turn, and the four walls of the room all blink. And both of you,
Does my pipe go out?
pipe remains lit, both of you find yourself standing in what looks to be a room with marble floors, polished to the highest sheen, with no walls, and a marble ceiling, also polished to the highest sheen. The room extends seemingly into infinity. And there in the center is a marble fireplace of the same type of stone. It's a kind of cream color marble with some obvious veins through it. And there are two figures before you. One sitting in a chair, leaning forward on a cane, with a very long beard that kind of goes down to his knees, in a blue wizard's cloak with eyes all about, the eyes of Savris, is one Master Nain. His eyes are closed as he seems to be concentrating on something. Killian, you've never seen this figure before, and it's a very old man who is in this chair, an opulent leather high-back chair, before this flaming fire. And next to him, standing up with a long ebony black staff, dark black skin and curly black hair pulled back neat into kind of a high top kind of ponytail that poofs out, and in a black wizard's gown of her own with gold filigree all throughout, and kind of an under blouse that kind of decorates with fancy gems, blue gems that kind of accent, is Vajra Safar. And she looks at you and she says, "Welcome.
This is different.
I have been learning some new tricks."
I like it. And Master Nain, it's been I guess not that long, but it's been a long time.
His eyes open, and as he looks up at you, "It's wonderful to see you as well, Morthos
I missed you.
and Killian." As he looks at you,
wonderful to meet you as well. Your name is Master Nain, and you must be Miss Vadris.
"I am Vajra Safar, yes.
Nice to meet you.
The pleasure is mine. Welcome to this little pocket dimension, which can serve perhaps at times as a meeting place of sorts for important conversations. And
So are we actually here, or is this all in my head?
well, we had to make off with your captain's quarters. But we are all here. Ollie, as you
What happens if I open the door?
as you tried to follow them in, you open it in. There is just a shimmering blue aura.
Walk it, walk it.
So, there is business at hand. You have made great progress. It has been of value, what you have done. And the person you now have in your possession, Zemni, he presents a branch point in terms of what you will do with him. Where you take him, what you do, what you allow him to do, how you utilize him, according to Master Name, will shift the fates and the directions in which you go.
Oh boy.
And what you do with his information, and where you go from it. Pursuing the lady, pursuing the beard of white. Change the outcome and ways. Master Name speaks up. The future is full of possibility and difficult to discern. Depending on what you do and who you do it with will determine a great many things about the future and how the storm will be dealt with. This burgeoning threat in the east
You see
of
no...
Waterdeep, north of you.
Well,
And your ship.
This one likes to have fun at all
I
times.
can tell that.
I'm just shitting ya.
So you cannot see any path for us to take.
It is your decision. Not only where you go. And this entire time, Vajra is just sitting there, patiently, letting Nain speak. Clearly, she has tremendous respect for him, even though she is the Blackstaff, and the one recognized as the most powerful arcanist in Waterdeep. He continues, not only where you go, but also who you go with. There is one in particular who you must determine how deeply you will allow her in.
Marishka.
Marishka.
Can we trust her?
Mariska, much like June before her, has a clouded future. Depending on the choices she makes and the trust you give her will determine much, for she is one who can wield that power. And you watch as his eyes lower to your necklace and then back up to you.
That's big news.
Note time.
As far as I can see, there are scant futures where she would ever betray you.
That's fair.
But whether she allows her rage to overcome her is unclear. At this point in my divination,
Well,
practices. You may respond now.
Just blowing smoke circles. So it just know it, like, obviously in the midst of two great, like, not even bothered by it, just patiently. Okay.
So you say she is the one that can wield the great power, but she could also be the one that brings the destruction to all of us as well.
Any of you have that possibility? Oliver and his sword. You and your greaves.
Oh, snap.
Ray's actually perfect.
Wow.
Plot
She
armor.
is quite wonderful.
Even you, Killian, should you forget. But I don't think you will.
Sucks hard at pipe.
In fact, it is time for you to embrace that which has called you. You know of what I speak.
I do. It has been some time since that calling. With no clear direction other than Mr. Morthos coming reminding me of that. Any reminders that you could give me, or stepping stones towards that path, would be greatly appreciated as well, as you seem to at least be aware of that which I've encountered.
I am aware only insofar as Avarice has given me vision. However, the one whom you encountered is of great power and possibility, and of, in essence, even older than Savris. And he chose you. And so you must shepherd the champions, just as Morthos must listen and you speak. There are aspects of each of the great gods that manifest. Some call the old one Ao. Others different names.
Ao, you say?
The one above all. Typically aloof, but in this instance, very much engaged.
Is that who you met? Or he met on the mountain?
I believe so.
I sit down, cross-legged.
Vajra speaks up. There is only so much that Nain can see, and is even less that he is allowed to reveal. So, you have been told what you need. Do you have questions? Not that we can answer many. Our time draws short.
Do we have thoughts on maybe our prisoner?
It is Zentarum, yes?
Yes. Mr. Zimni is his name.
He is... well, Master? His future is clouded. He is a conflicted individual. I don't know what outcome lies ahead. That depends almost entirely on whether he can find an identity beyond that which has been given to him by Phineas. He says with derision the name.
You're familiar with Phineas, I assume.
Phineas is of a wicked order of mages, to my estimation. They would not say so, for their means are justified by their ends.
And the lady?
Shrouded in shadow, powerful magic keeps her from my sight. And mine. If I could simply, I would, but that is your primary task. However, according to Nain, there is a way to circumvent her to the storm through the Beard of White. So the path lies before you. Which of the two ways you go?
And if I may, you speak of champions. I assume you're talking about my fellow companions.
Some, yes, already. Some are being watched and evaluated. It is not for me to express the will of the gods, nor to pretend to know it. Only what Savris shows me, and then permits me to reveal. May I share with you?
Am I to believe that that I'm shepherding them into these champions, bringing about justice or peace or...
Your role as the initiated of AO is to shepherd them to be the best version of themselves, making use of all of the happy accidents along the way. He gives you a knowing smile and nod.
I very much appreciate your time. Mr. Morthos, I don't know if you have any other questions. Oliver is probably our biggest concern right now.
Oliver is cursed, as you have surmised. That can be overcome, yes, Nain? It can, in time. Which is all I can say for now.
And
But he is no more of a concern than any of the rest at any time that can snap and turn on a razor's edge. Orthos, that is where you must continue to be decisive. And as he shepherds, you vigilantly watch and protect and defend and spur on towards the goal.
I will.
I know you will.
With
But-
my life.
While you keep watch of them, you must also keep watch of yourself, lest you too be tempted.
one more thing. Sorry, I know time is short. Mr. JB got the item that we were supposed to intercept. They seem to be affixed to his face. I'm not sure. We're not sure still on their ability or their purpose or...
That is of no concern. He is being educated at the moment to exactly what that means. He is in stern but good hands with my old friend Anthony.
Well, that sounds fun.
Noble is the journey upon which he now travels. But, JB, with all the potential he has of another realm, he can be a bit stubborn in his ways.
You don't say.
And sure of his conclusions.
Doesn't sound like him.
So you'll have to help him to grow as well. Anthony will not be as gentle. But I assure you, it is tough love.
Well, that's quite assuring. I know I was nervous about maybe another sword incident happening.
When he awakens, more will be revealed. So then, you watch as the horizon seems to be receding. She looks around. But moments, anything more that you would wish to discuss?
Do you by chance know how is Jax?
She tends your bar?
Yes. Along with Kyle and Candy.
I forgot about them.
They are well. We have made sure of it.
Good.
The dog, Zeus.
Zeus!
He has wandered. I do not know where he is. Safe, I believe. But last I knew was on his way to Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate. And it has weighed heavy for months. Do you know, did anyone survive that cave other than me?
She looks at Nain. Nain closes his eyes, opens them, looks up at Vajra, and as his head begins to move,
Bastard!
What an asshole!
I think we earned a DM disadvantage for that.
the walls complete their recession, and you find yourself in the captain's quarters
We adopted kids.
on the ship.
You hear Ray singing
did-
kind of
did you
at the
just-
top of her lungs.
He knows the answer that I seek.
I think so.
He just won't tell me.
I maybe it's an answer that you don't want to hear. Or maybe we just ran out of time. One thing I do know is we have a lot of work to do.
What are your thoughts? It seems that our paths are very, very murky as to which way we should go.
I think so. I think we have two options. I think how we get there is complicated, but I think Mr. Zimny still may be of use in persuading his future into the good, into some clear. But either we pursue the lady or we pursue Whitebeard.
Has to be one or the other.
But I'm thankful that we have some direction back towards the storm. What are your thoughts?
It seems like did not get many answers. In fact, I feel like I have more questions now than I did before.
I find that often when you're talking with the wise, questions are answered with questions, and
Yes, so much seems to hang on the balance of a knife edge, as he put it, where there are so many pieces and it appears that if just one of them falls the wrong way, everything is in jeopardy.
I would agree. I also think, though, that standing on that edge, we are called to continue to pursue what is in front of us and make decisions based on right and wrong. And out of those, we may tip one way or another, following a path that is beset before us.
There is too much at stake. We must be diligent in trying to help each other and ourselves to stay the course that we need to be on.
I would agree. I think knowing that all of us have, except for Ray,
Except for Ray, she's perfect. But
she is quite perfect.
I don't think we should tell her that.
No, I think she's coming quite along in her in her abilities. But as they said, even I have a past and have tend to forget my purpose. Oliver obviously has his sword. You have your past and your grieves that maybe
Yes.
we should figure out at some point.
I feel that Nain was giving me a warning that we might have to be careful.
And what are your thoughts on Marishka?
I believe only time will tell. I believe we need to take what Master Nain said very carefully. Keep an eye, extend thrust, but see how it is returned or how it is treated.
And I think a lot of that lies on me as Shepherd to try to expend some energy there to not allow her anger to blind her.
I think while I am not willing to give her what might need to be hers at some point, he pulls out the other necklace. Maybe we can start with giving her this one.
I would agree. I think trust earned is trust given. Or given is earned. However
I
that
know what you
goes.
meant.
Flow of trust. It's a cash flow system.
And maybe we can see how she handles what trust she is given before she is trusted with much.
I think going out there, we should probably tell people what happened, but maybe we can start to steer the ship in what direction we want to go.
I think we should let them know that there are two paths laid before us and see what everyone else thinks.
We probably should not tarry too long here
No, I
at sea,
agree.
though.
The longer we wait, things are in motion. We do not know what the consequences are of us taking too much time. I mean, not that we ever take too much time to make any decisions.
6 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours. What's the difference?
As you open the door to look out, you do see that it is now dark outside.
Ooh.
The entire day has gone by with you two absent.
Jeez.
So, short amount of time, but long amount of time has
Yeah.
gone by.
Short, long.
I do. When we, I just look at him as we're walking out, and
That is...
As they emerge from the cabin,
Where the hell have you been? I found him! I found him!
Good job. We were looking everywhere.
My God! I didn't think. I thought you went overboard.
I know it is dark, but exactly how long have we been gone?
I don't know.
14 hours!
No. Oh, really?
I don't have a watch. Like at least a sun cycle.
Yes, and those Rubius and he's like really thick down there. He's just been puking his guts up. Yeah, I gave him a bucket. Don't worry, Captain.
Have you been doing the hard left and right turns every 15 minutes?
Yes, and running down there, I still haven't slept, and giving him the bucket, and then I came back up here, tied all of the ropes, made sure everything was in order. I got it, Captain.
Casper, I think what you're really saying here is you need some help on this ship. Take a nap. I'll take it from here.
Thanks, Captain.
You deserve one after the last 72 hours.
he lays
being
down
up.
right on the deck.
No,
and
no, no,
just
no,
falls.
no. Go into my quarters. There's a cot.
Captain,
Yeah, there's a cot there. Take it.
in the captain's quarters.
Yeah, go for it. You earned it.
I open the door first, make sure there's not a pocket dimension.
There's not.
it's all clear.
He excitedly yet awkwardly kind of makes his way in and does not make his way to your bed, but finds a hammock that is strung in there and settles in and is quickly asleep. As you all kind of excitedly come around Killian and Morthos, anxious to hear what they have to say, and curious to find out what's going on with Rubius's stomach, and JB, who is still asleep.
Even past the 8 hours.
Even past the 8 hours that of the statue.
I broke him! It's all my fault!
I go down and turn him over.
Well, we'll pick up next week with you going down to JB, and we'll continue our story there as the Shades continue to figure out what they will do next. As we close out our episode, we are going to do our giveaways tonight, which are for the Kalashtar, the little hobbit, and the Oni that is there. So if you would like an opportunity to win those 3 minis, then type in to the chat right now, ! Nain. N-A-I-N, !
You should win a... Don't they have like Twitch awards? You should win one of those for Nain. !
Nain, N-A-I-N, for your chance to win those 3 little minis. And I think we're really close to the big dragon. Unless we get I think probably next week we will get enough to give away the big sorcerer dragon. So that's very exciting. So be here next week. And as soon as we get that enough, we will give that away next week. So that'll probably be, I would imagine, at some point early on in the stream. So, ! Nain for your opportunity to win those minis. For the rest of us, thank you so much for being a part of our little story and seeing this adventure unfold, laughing along with us, and just hopefully enjoying the tale that is being spun.
Not Bart.
Not Bart. Not that tale. So we appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday night at 7:30 Eastern Time, when we will continue to loot, die, and repeat. Cheers, everyone.